All right, welcome back to Poison Pants Does the New York Times Crossword Puzzle. This is Saturday, December 11th, 2021. As I mentioned yesterday, I think Saturdays are often easier for me than Fridays for some reason. So power of positive thinking, I'm going to have good thoughts about this Saturday. Let's jump in and look at this grid. Right up in the northwest, it's an interesting grid. Let's see, we've got some sevens right across the top, sevens and eights with one in the middle, or seven, what is this? This is an 8 and then a 1 and then a 6. Okay, so 8, 1, 6 across the middle here, with then some just one corner 3 that, you know, like I've mentioned before, 3s tend to be pretty easy to get unless they are really obscurely clued. We've got one down as APT, one across as AIR, producer of inflation and prone, apt and air. So the northwest here is not easy to get those starts, but then those 8s are not dropping. So let's move on. Ranking number, and then 4 down, 1 might be educated. What could be educated? The palette doesn't fit even if I spell it weird, and they don't usually just rely on alternate spellings. That's not a New York Times thing. Variant spellings, you'll sometimes see VAR. Oh, educated guess, obviously. Let's move on from there and see what the crosses give us. 13 across is some origin stories. So origin story, meaning like the movie that comes before the movie. Prequels. That's a nice word. So that pulls us into the center north here. I don't know this. I don't know the 17 across. Oh, moles are found in it. Okay, so let's move down to 21 down, some kind of muscle contraction. Muscle contraction is like isotonic or something like that. I think it's going to be something tonic, ecotonic. No, that's about an ecotone. That's a totally different thing. Anyway, tonic makes some sense there. That gets me Utni reader. No, it's just zine. Actually, Utni doesn't really work because of that EOU combination at 24 down. Utni comes into lots of crossword puzzles. It's a real common crossword puzzle word, but not in this case. We're just looking for zine. 33 across, don't know, 30 down. I'm interestingly building up a block in the center here. I almost always build from corners. It's a little unusual to have something build out from the center, but there's this 4-3-4 block at 33 across, 38 across, and 41 across, and that gets you some space. 8 down is evil, not ward off of bad energy is not the evil eye, apparently. Let's look up in this northeast block and see what we can get. Rumors are carried by old saying. Well, I don't know the old saying, so whatever. Rumors are carried by something. 18 across. With the quotes, if the quote is very specific and you don't know it, you just have to jump out of it. You just have to move on. Asobuko, not asabuko. React to a baby, you coo to a baby. Another good 3 to have in your quarrel of arrows. Yeah. 16 across. Rumors are carried by haters. That feels weird. Haters seems like such a 21st century word that why would an old saying have haters in it? But all acrosses work, and Alanis looks good right under it. Take a look at haters at Alanis at 16 and 18 across. When you get two words next to each other that don't have a lot of crosses, you can look and see what of the nouns and the consonants and vowels seem to make sense. Like that double A combination makes no sense in 7 down. Although it is a rapper name, I'm really not thinking there's going to be an AA combination in it. So I'm going to pull out both of those, 16 across and 20 across, and see if better crosses come along. I am going to just guess with isotonic here. That gives me 20 across, a collaborative resource, don't know. 25 across, plastic grass would be served with sushi. It's kind of a nice clue for sushi. Sushi comes into crosswords a lot, but that's a good clue for it. I'm going to look for a build. Where am I getting some good crosses? I'm going to zip around here and see if I can find some crosses. Look at 36 across here. It says ushered. You have to worry about pronouns at the end of I'm sorry, prepositions at the end of clues a lot. So this is going to be a verb form in English that ends with a pronoun. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just going to be a past tense. I keep saying pronoun when I mean preposition. I think 36 across is potentially going to have a preposition after it. Even though 37 down, one face of the moon, dark side, does make some sense. It could be a different side. So I still think 36 across is going to be oh, but wait, we have 47 across, elder brother of Moses, who's obviously Aaron, so which is also crosswordese, you should probably know. Often spelled with just one A. Am I wrong about that? I thought Aaron, Moses' brother, had just one A. Yeah, I'm probably wrong about that. Anyway, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen in that west section with the L clue off of 27 down. 27 down fit able might be incorrect as well. Oh, here's a nice 8 to get in, or 9 to get in. Melatonin, which is a sleep aid, a treatment for jet lag in this case. And that gives a good look to Aaron there. Look at melatonin on top of Aaron. The pairs that I get then of letters are EA at the second position of melatonin and LA, which works just fine with quesadilla in the 14 down clue. So I like it, and it's going to be led in at 36 across. So sure enough, 36 across was a preposition ending verb form. It's just a feature of English that a lot of our verbs take on slightly different meanings with different prepositions at the end of them. Led in is different from led to, and that comes into the puzzles kind of a lot. So watch out for those prepositions at the end of verbs. A little bit of static in the southwest section. 51 down is the name for a Dalmatian, what you might call a Dalmatian dog. I put in Spot, which gave me some semi-plausible crosses, but it doesn't look great. 50 across, blank SD. That's an abbreviation, so it could be something SD, but I want it to be DOD for Department of Defense because it's the Pentagon. So that let me get a different. Okay, so 51 down, our name for our dog is actually going to be OREO, and that's then that clears out the southwest. I'm going to jump into the east here because I haven't looked at it yet, even though I don't have any crosses, and just see if I can get anything to drop. Befuddled is often ATSEA or ASEA, meaning confused, which would give me agog for 35 down, which is struck dumb or amazed, is what that clue is getting at, that you're surprised. But then we don't. Oh, Scooby-Doo gang. That's a nice limited set. So 46 actually has to be Fred, which gives us odd. So even going into the east here without any crosses, I think I at least got those two anchor clues. Pane certainly makes sense, for it's often framed, a pane of glass. That gets me 31 down, Director Sergio, okay, Leone, and then know-how, and I think at 26 down, Cousins of Crew Cuts. Ooh, I don't know. What a crew cut? No idea what another name for a crew cut. Ooh, this is not good looking. 26 down, my crew cut name is HITO, hit op fay, or fa, hit hop. It's not going to be hip hop, which would make any sense anyway. Don't know what that haircut is called. That's interesting. Let's try up in the northeast here. We've got Talisman, which I tried to make Evil Eye, and that gets me Rumor Mill across the center. I wonder if I can finish out the northwest here. Quest and Issue and Perturb and GPA. Okay, so the northwest is finished. This is going to be Tupac then. Shakur. Wiki. Oh, how did I miss the clue for Wiki? That seems strange. Well, let's just finish it off in the southwest here. I'm working on a pretty good southeast. Working on a pretty good score. I'm just coming up on 10 minutes, and I've got some nice looking threes that should be pretty easy to drop. Although the 59 down clue does not seem to be owned, because that would give me WC in the 62 across, and WC in the second and third positions of a word does not seem likely. So let's get some easier ones. Arden is the cosmetic and NCAA, And 60 down is a paycheck abbreviation. So year to date, YTD, 58 across, something a judge might show as leniency. That gets me, well, 28 down is a plural, so I guess we can just stick in S there, but CCS is not working for me. Oh, we can make that a K. What's 49 across? 49 down, Erica Alexander is with a K. And backseat, and that leaves us with black, blank, and have. Oh, to have is to eat, and black, tea. There we go, 1041. Not too bad. Let's take a look at our grid. There it is. All right, so it looks pretty nice, actually. Let's see if anything really stood out as an issue for me. I like the cluing. I like that there was some things like Utni and Zine, which sort of had double cluing, but not a totally open universe. Notice that clue Fred, the answer Fred, 46 across. It's one of the Scooby-Doo gang. Constructors will do this. They'll give you a limited universe clue like that. Fred could be obviously clued in some very trivial ways. Freds that you've probably never heard of. You know, the Fred who was the Undersecretary of State under Nixon or something like that. But to clue it with this limited universe, this character universe that only has really 5 options: Scooby, Velma, Fred, Daphne, and Shaggy, none of whom, apart from Fred, have 4 letters. That's kind of a gimme. The constructor's giving you an anchor there at 46 across. So take it if you got it, if the constructor's going to give it to you. I think I've grown to like the grass clue at 25 across. It was food served with fake grass, and that's okay. Our 15s are pencil sharpener, which, you know, I got late. I didn't really go over to the east very early, and so it just kind of came mostly from crosses. And required reading at 3 down. It's interesting that they're 2 school-based things. This is a themeless puzzle, but even so, to have 2 kind of school-based clues is kind of interesting. You could have turned it into a themed puzzle probably with those 2 nice 15s. Those are good answers, actually, except for that Q. Those are all really good letters to find. It's a really interesting Q stack up in the upper left-hand corner because Q always follows U, and obviously crosses and downs are going to meet at the letter after the Q. You will often see Qs going diagonally from southwest to northeast like that. Quest, Taqueria, and Prequels have that QQQ there because the U's just kind of drop in, and they're useful both ways. So not an uncommon construction to find almost accidentally, in this case not on purpose at all, not like one of those themes where, you know, there's an enormous V drawn across the grid with the letter V. I feel like I just did something from the archive that had that theme. Yeah, no, I like it. There's definitely some crosswordese like OREO and words you just see all the time, like OREO and OREO. But no, a lot of really nice clues, a lot of nice 9s. Melatonin is cool. Rumor mill is cool. All very clean. Yeah, no. And of course, a 1041 solve on a Saturday. I can't complain about that. Anyway, thanks for a good week, and I will see you on Monday.